welcome you inside the Campbell women's basketball program, a unique look at what makes the Camels special here in Big South Conference play. We're joined by the associate head coach, Pierre Miller, who had some unique shoes to fill in non-conference play. Let's dive into that William Peace matchup on Education Day. You were thrust into the role as the head coach, filling in for Ronnie Fisher. He was out with COVID protocols. What was the best part of that experience, becoming the head man for one day?
Evan, first off, thank you for having me on the show. I think the best experience was that I had never experienced it. And so for me, I love getting pushed outside of my comfort zone. So for this to happen, it was unfortunate. At the same time, it allowed me to step up into a different role and allow me to just get a different insight into what being a head coach looks like. And it was a fun experience. It was definitely high octane, your adrenaline's pumping and racing, but I really enjoyed it.
9 years into your coaching career, you've been at Presbyterian and Campbell under Ronnie Fisher and his staff. What did you learn most from this experience? Because it's different being the assistant, right? You always have the answers. Now you're asked for every single thing to get solved. What did you learn the most?
I think I learned that head coaches carry a different weight and a different responsibility. Your think tank is constantly on. You're always thinking about what adjustments do I need to make, what position do I need to put players in, and as a head coach, you know, everything falls on you. And so you constantly have to be putting your best foot forward, and so I have a lot of respect for head coaches and what Coach Fisher does.
This win didn't count on your record. You're still officially 0-0, but that did help Ronnie Fisher earn his 200th career victory later in the preseason. What did Ronnie Fisher tell you after the game? Did he describe to you his thoughts on your coaching style?
Coach was just very positive and uplifting. He always is. If he's ever had to miss a practice or anything like that, he's always super encouraging and just like saying we did a great job as a staff. I did a great job filling in for him. So he was just super uplifting. So I appreciate that.
That very next week in non-conference play, your sixth-year senior, Taya Bolton, she becomes the fourth player in program history, 1,000 points and 1,000 career rebounds. 132 games now in Taya's career. Where have you seen the biggest growth from her, especially as a scorer?
Yeah, I think Taya's game has just matured over the years. Obviously, she's always been a really good rebounder. Now she's able to rebound, plus she's able to put the ball on the floor some, go coast to coast, make decisions. She's getting her teammates involved, but she's just grown in competitiveness each and every year, and so coachable, just learning and growing, and she wants to be a really good player, and she works at it.
And on these clips, every single time it's an offensive board she's putting it in. We talked about it this year. 50% of her points are on the board. She's so productive in the paint.
Oh, she's very productive in the paint. I mean, she has such a knack for getting that offensive rebound, and somehow she always gets her hands on the ball at the right time. And I mean, it's amazing to watch her do it. And she's done it for so long. You just wonder, man, how does she get her hands on the ball every single time? I know it's frustrating for opponents, but for us, we love it.
Yeah, how valuable is that for your offense? A team that has been known to miss shots and get those second chances with a player like Taya Bolton, who is so dominant in the post.
Yeah, for us, you know, we consider it another facet of our offense. You have someone like that you know is going to get you multiple second chances at your first attempt. It's just great to have. It's such an asset to have, and whenever she leaves, we're going to miss her dearly.
We were joking before the show, 132 games for Taya Bolton. That record may never be broken in Campbell history with the extra COVID year and things like that. This past Saturday, however, Swinya Swingy, returning from that knee injury, played 37 minutes against Gardner-Webb. Very productive, 13 points, a lot of assignments defensively. When Swinya's back on the court, where is her value most felt for this team?
On both ends of the floor, big time, Evan. She's so versatile and so dynamic. Her ability to run the floor, her ability to defend 1 through 5, and her ability just to make different plays on the floor, shoot the outside shot, put it on the floor and make plays for her teammates, and do whatever we ask of her is so special to our team. Swinya is just an amazing kid, an amazing player, loves to compete. So.
Coming off that knee injury, she missed all of last year, eased her way back in the offseason. You all of a sudden ask her to play 37 minutes. That's not just an easy assignment. Where were you most pleased with her ability to step in and make that impact right away?
I think we were most pleased just with her ability to be adaptable and do whatever we needed her to do. If we needed her to play the 5, Swinya was going to play the 5. If we needed her to play the 4, she could play the 4. She'll defend the biggest player on the opposing team. And she'll do it to the very best of her ability, and she just brings energy and competitiveness. So she gives it all, and we love that about Swin.
What a start to the new year. 1-0 in conference for the third straight season.
Yep.
And Brittney Staves, your junior guard, stepped up big in that fourth quarter. 8 points down the stretch. How did she help you win that basketball game?
Man, Britt first and foremost does so many things that the box score doesn't even represent. She makes so many hustle plays and extra effort plays. It's fun to watch her play, but her scoring that ball in the fourth quarter was huge. And Britt's like a microwave. If she sees 1 or 2 go in, she can continue to fill it up, and her confidence just continue to grow. So it was fun to watch her do that and impact our team in that way.
Because in that game, you're without Taya Bolden. She was working her way back from an injury. You played basically 6 players the whole game, 35, 40 minutes. That was a hard-fought win, and it really sets you up now for this next week because at 1-0, this team plays 4 games in 7 days. It's a big stretch of basketball. How physically do you prepare a team for this stretch of Big South games?
Yeah, for us, what Coach Fisher has always talked about is like it's going to be similar in a tournament. If we're in a tournament format, you have to play multiple games in multiple days, and you have to prepare each and every game and be adaptable and be coachable and be ready to make whatever adjustments you need from game to game. But physically, it's going to be a challenge for us, and we have to try to stay healthy, and we're going to need our entire team, everybody to show up and provide valuable minutes for us.
So this week starts on Saturday at Charleston Southern. Things get interesting. Longwood, who's 3-0 in the league, coming up on Tuesday. You play Hampton, who's undefeated in the league, on Thursday. And then High Point, the reigning champions. I know as coaches, you guys don't pick one individual opponent. But what is the biggest challenge this week of having success?
Yeah, I think it's going to be just to be completely locked in for the game that we're playing, focusing completely on that, doing whatever we need to do to secure that victory, and then moving on to the next one and pouring all our eggs into that basket, coaches, players, everybody within our program included, and then just putting everything into it. And regardless of whether, we're probably going to be physically tired, but we have to mentally and physically be able to push through and persevere, and everybody be ready to go.
Let's not forget that the semester starts on Wednesday as well. So you add classes into the equation. And I'm curious, as a coach, you played at Presbyterian. You've done this as a student athlete. How do you manage the start of a semester, getting ready for conference play? As a coach, how do you keep these players comfortable when things start to get hectic this week?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we try to do a good job of, Coach Fisher does a great job, is prepare them of what their week is going to look like. So we try to forecast, hey, this is what your week is about to look like. You need to prepare. And our girls are so good with their classwork and staying on top of it. And credit to Jared Freeze as well, who's our academic advisor, does a great job of putting us in position to be successful. So I think they'll be ready on that end. And we're just going to take care of the basketball end as coaches. But we'll prepare them and get them ready for this week.
Well, if you need any help with math, I know who to call. But certainly, Pierre,
That's right.
We appreciate the time.
Yep.
A 1-0 start in conference, that's always important. But 4 games in the next week, it really sets the stage for Big South play.
Yeah, no, we're very excited. This is a great opportunity, Evan, and we're looking forward to see how we do it and how we do this week. So let's go Camels.
The road to Charlotte begins this week. We'll check in a couple of weeks, see how the Camels are doing. But that's it on Inside Campbell Women's Basketball.